Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Straight Talk. Today I'm with Paolo Mancuso. Paolo, am I saying your name right?
That's correct. It's Paolo. You bet. And the last name you got it 100%.
100%. Good deal. Well, I know you're a man in the field and you're out there seeing some things going on. So we want to talk to you about what you're saying and get some advice for the industry. But thank you for joining us and giving up some of your time today. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your company, and what you're doing.
Okay, so Jeff, I'm a first generation cleaner. So our company dates back to over 60 years. And my father was one of the people who was a pioneer in the carpet and upholstery cleaning industry going way back, if we think into the early 60s. So I'm like a lot of others, I'm a carpet cleaning brat, if you want to call me that. So my earliest recollections of going to work with my father and assisting him in the old days of shampooing carpets. So that was, you could say, I've seen the progression and then watched as that company grew, and then they embraced and took on learning about hot water extraction in the late 1960s that replaced pretty well the whole rotary shampoo method and also the dry shampoo system for cleaning upholstered pieces. So that's that situation. So I've been, so to speak,
Yeah, some history there.
in it for a long time, since I was like, let's say 6 years old, like farm kids, you talk about rural Canada and rural America.
Right, you're up in Canada, I believe. You said red.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Still winter here.
Is it? Well, it's beautiful down here. Come on to Ohio if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, that's,
I mean,
wake up this morning to still, I'm looking out the window of my house and I still have a meter, which is 3.5 feet of snow.
no way.
Yeah, still on the front lawn, still in the back.
That's just wrong. Too bad you can't go south. Well, good. Thank you for your history. I know you're someone who has his boots on the ground and you're seeing some things going on. The reason why we're talking to you today, though, Paolo, is you sent me an email recently, and I'll refer to that. You said that we need to make a difference together to accept the science and facts on the transmission of the coronavirus.
Yes.
So you're concerned about, I imagine, the frontline technicians going in and doing the work.
This is exactly it. So from the earliest time that media broke the story here in Canada, one of the things I saw was our office was receiving calls and people were wanting to know everything about what we could do to prevent the disease from flourishing within their home environment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I knew that something wasn't quite right with the way people were perceiving and receiving information. This is, if they think that a one-time opportunity or a one-time clean is going to create a barrier of, as we call a barrier cleaning, that we know that that's not going to happen. So we had to start to address each and every single client as to what was the most important thing to do, how they could help themselves and how we could come in. I don't really know much more to add to that other than.
Well, you make a good point. I was talking to someone else who has clients who he said that he goes to them and they're like, "We've hired you to clean." These are commercial clients.
Yes.
So why would we pay more for this type of cleaning? It's just cleaning. So everyone's saying to him, you're a cleaner, so just clean it.
So yeah, and so this is an interesting thing. To sort of do an aside, part of what I do is I'm a practicing human ecologist, and that's about being self-regulated group of individuals that start with a professional education and then ongoing post-undergraduate education in specified fields of discipline. So when I graduated, I had some pre-existing expertise in the textile cleaning industry. When I went to the university, I took advantage of being able to take sections that would allow me to learn more about the textile construction, the history of textiles. Also another discipline called family studies, which is about the interrelationship and the interdependence of individuals and families at work, in communities. So we take those two disciplines together and we take a look at how perception of different things that are in the environment occur and how they develop. And you hit it right on with, you're just the cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
And as a person who grew up in a cleaning company, doing custodial janitorial work and also doing the carpet and upholstery cleaning, I can tell you, and today's not the platform, but anyone who listens to this will know about how we are really low on the pole when it comes to where we fit in to the world of work. So what you're presenting today is helping all of us to elevate where we are, but also we are on the edge right now of being able to break through the barrier and present ourselves as being qualified, esteemed professionals in our discipline. And we can do that.
We can. Thank you for that. The ISSA mission is to change the way the world views cleaning, and that includes the cleaners themselves, the frontline technicians or business owners like yourself.
Absolutely. And, you know, where do we start with that, Jeff? Through education?
Yes.
Public education for the techs, public presentation through helping our prospective clients and existing clients understand the science behind what we do and why we do it. And that sort of brings us back to the original position. You asked me, what is it we can do as a community of cleaners?
Yeah. So maybe one more point we'll talk about is,
Sure.
well, along with that is what you're doing with your marketing. So you sent me this document, and
Fantastic.
it's great stuff. So it caught my eye when I opened it up. It's a marketing piece, obviously, but what I like about it is the education
Okay.
you're providing.
And
So
this
tell
is
us
good.
about this. What prompted this and all these great details that you're sharing with your clients
Okay.
and future
So,
clientele?
Jeff, what we saw happen, this is about the numbers of people who are calling the office and wanting to know if a one-time cleaning
Mm-hmm.
of their home and and we don't do, so to speak, all surface 360-degree cleaning like a restoration cleaning company would do following a house fire. But in explaining to our customers that that's something that they're going to have to start thinking about doing for as long as it takes till we defeat the beast, we were explaining to our customers about what we can do, which is textiles in the house, specifically upholstered pieces,
Mm-hmm.
specifically carpeting. Of course, we do some hard surface cleaning with tile grout, laminate, etc. I said, part of what I do has to be public education as far as being able to maintain my professional membership in the Alberta Human Ecology and Home Economics Association. That's a big component of being a professional member. And we have to continue to educate as we do our work. And we started with that program that you
Mm-hmm.
have there called Ask the Experts.
Yep.
And I've been given, as a professional member, the license, so to speak, to be able to choose how I want to advertise, but also promote my brand, because that's a good thing.
Yes.
All the marketing experts and gurus, and you've had a chance to visit them all, they talk about mission statement, vision statement, brand, creating a brand and getting it out there. So for us, that's an important part of it. But this piece that we wrote and presented, if you notice, it doesn't have anything about it is the flavor of a coupon carpet cleaner, does it? There's
No,
nothing.
it's like an editorial piece. It's very nice.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're supposed to do. So is there a hook for the audience, the intended audience, the reader? Yeah, the hook is to talk about this COVID because we got all these calls about it, Jeff.
Mhm.
And
People
so
are,
I said, okay, there's confusion out there. And it's incumbent on me to be as ethically responsible as I can and let the people know that what the virus is about, how it's transmitted. And we tried to keep it as brief as possible and
mhm.
to be able to show them. And we talked about these different kinds of methods to be able to clean air and surfaces, so to speak, and to destroy the virus. It's not enough space in this column to be able to talk about the fact that you have to do it repeatedly. But
Right.
I do close in that area where I talk about it's not feasible to have a technician come to your structure every 14 days. And we say, why every 14 days? Because there's an assumption that now that there is shelter in place, and that now in many communities there's the advisory of keeping proximity, the 6 feet, I guess we could say,
Mhm.
leaving the structure, which being your home, wearing a face mask, not necessarily the NIOSH 95, but wearing a face mask. The idea is you're going to minimize any opportunity to bring that virus into your house. However, once symptoms occur and you have to do the 14 to 17 days, let's say that the entire family gets the clearance. They want the professional cleaner to come in their house. People continue to put themselves at risk, Jeff.
Yes, they do.
So can any homeowner viably, can they afford for us to come into their house every 14 days? We think not. You want to talk about current unemployment rates? You know where it is. In Canada, which is a country of approximately 37 million people, we may be approaching probably 17 to 20% unemployment nationwide. America may be the same or more. So these are serious issues. Let's go back to the ethics of being a professional cleaner and belonging to this professional association that I do. And I'm just going to add this too. I'm the only practicing male human ecologist right now in Canada. It's a discipline that grew out of home economics.
Okay, I can see the reason.
So it had a very strong gender slant to it for a lot of years. But that's changing.
Okay.
So there you go.
Well,
Yeah.
good
So
deal.
nobody can afford us. Let's put it
Yeah,
that way. Is it reasonable to say that
that
we
makes
got to?
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a answer for every question, obviously. We have to figure this out sometimes as we go, but I do appreciate your time. We're about out of time, but I have one final question for you.
Yeah. You go for it.
Who's this model here in this advertisement?
That piece of beefcake. I don't know. I'm not that good looking. I'm not that athletic. That must be that must be one of my other staff.
I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it was you. Hard to tell.
Yeah, it was me when, yeah, not that many years ago. But here's the thing, and we'll have this conversation in the future because I know that you and other
Yeah,
viewers
we'll
will want
follow
to
up.
know about stuff, about how we came about the benchmark standard for thorough cleaning. So much of it fits into everything. It's all tied in. Our history, where we're at.
Mhm.
You're welcome to visit with me anytime you want.
I tell
I
you what.
could spend a lot of time with you here if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
So appreciate your time today. Let's give a few days to go by, or whenever you see something come up, let's talk again.
Jeff, it was a pleasure to visit
All
with
right.
you and love the conversation.
Same here. We'll keep in touch.
Okay, take care.
Appreciate it. Bye bye.